I don't think there's much more to say in terms of what we can do, what we cannot do. What we can do is visible outside the exhibition booth. I think I'd like to thank SWI and Shani specifically for doing this year on year, and it turns out I think it's getting better every year. And thanks to Murthy as well for making sure that we are in this panel. My colleague Manish said a lot about what we can do with our systems and our solutions. Vered said a lot as well. So I think instead of going through everything, I'll just highlight a few things. This is, we are talking about smart cities a lot. And there was a conference just at this venue on Monday, but there was the additional secretary from the Ministry of Urban Development. And he talked about 500 smart cities. So it's not just 100, it's 500. And I'm thinking, how many more thousands of these people are able to hire so that we can get safety in these 500 smart cities. And then he made a very interesting comment that we're still trying to define what is the meaning of the word smart city. So I think safety is definitely a part of the smartness, but I think without safety there is no smartness. But in terms of what we can do, and I won't talk about this, one of the things which I'd like to address and talk about is some of the challenges which I feel that as a citizen, we can put across to, especially Mr. Prasad. And I think you touched upon this earlier, sir, but it's really very important. I think one of the primary challenges we have in our entire policing when it relates to a citizen is when you have a problem, who do you call? And honestly, this list is, I don't remember who to call. And I can tell you that women, especially in NCR, also don't remember who to call because there are so many numbers. And as we keep adding hotlines, every day you read about a new hotline which has been introduced. You literally, when you're in a crisis, you have to then take out the list, we used to call them that. And that becomes a challenge. So, we won't become smart unless and until we have a unified call number. And I don't think that we should only look at 911. Pretty much most of the world, even many countries in Southeast Asia and even ASEAN now, have moved towards what they call next generation 911 as well. Everything is unified. 911 is just voice. And next generation is voice, video, SMS, imagery, everything, WhatsApp, social media, everything. So I think that if can be enforced or by law or some kind, with the mandate that the present government has, I think that will really help all of us improve policing. And it will help the dispatch centers, it will help the PCR vans really be very well coordinated rather than have everything all jumbled up and mixed. Some of the other things, there are a lot of infrastructure issues within the telecom operators. Maintenance of subscriber databases and address locations, it doesn't happen. It happens only when you take a new number, but not after that. There are some challenges when we talk to police. One is how do you transfer a call between two jurisdictions, for example. If I'm on the border of two jurisdictions, who do you actually call? And then what happens as you phase off? Where we come in is we provide, of course, technology. We provide you smart technology, which is modern, unique in some ways, but technology is not just the answer. What really makes a difference is integration of everything we've heard today. Integrating video analytics, integrating command and control, integrating GIS, and putting it together and creating a workflow or a process where all the agencies who are involved in law enforcement, policing, fire, ambulance, they all work together and there is multi-agency coordination. And that multi-agency coordination has to be within the SOPs at the control centers. If the SOPs don't have that, and you don't have mandated rigorous SOPs within your control centers, do notify. If there is a flood, I have to notify 5 different people. Right? If you go to a state disaster management authority or a district magistrate in a place, and today many places we talk to district magistrates, they don't know who. They send one SMS to one person, and that person sends it to 3 more. Why don't we just have one blanket SMS feed out to 50 different people? And why have 5 steps? So these SOPs need to be really mandated. And I think where we feel that it's important for the officials today to look at is when we are implementing systems, when we are building systems, let's not do disconnected systems. Let's not build a separate system for dial 100. Let's not build a separate system for Safe City, which is a command and control infrastructure. Let's not get another GIS system because then it doesn't work together. What we aim and what we've been doing for the last 40 years is providing an integrated platform public safety platform, which the backbone of the foundation is CAD, Included Dispatch, because that is your unified database. Everything in, if you have a 911 system, but you have disconnected databases, that again won't work. Everything has to go into one database so that you can, which is not just desktop, it's mobile, it's web, whatever the person on the street sees, as Mani said, today the mobile devices see whatever the dispatcher sees on his desktop or her desktop in the control room, and there is no difference anymore. Integrate that with business analytics and GIS, integrate that with all the records in the law enforcement agencies have, whether it's 21, 26, 27. And integrate that within an EOC or a command and control center. And we help you build one system which will do everything. So I think I had at least 5, 10 more slides, but that's okay. There's a lot to be said, but there's not much time. So with that, as I said, I'll finish off. 5 minutes are done. I'll give you 5 minutes for questions. How's that?
That's perfect.
Okay.